It's Perp back with another video. Just got done watching Candyman. Candyman. Yeah, I'm not going to say it 5 times, but this is kind of a reboot slash continuation of Candyman. It seems like they're ignoring the last two Candyman movies that came out. I think there were three Candyman movies. I don't know if there was a fourth one or something like that. They probably snuck that in there. But it's kind of like how they're doing Halloween, where they're ignoring all the sequels and just, this is going to be like the direct sequel to that. And I kind of liked it at some points, to be honest. But before I get into this review, hit that like button and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at PerpMiner420. I'm a huge horror fan, if you haven't noticed or if you didn't know. Candyman was never really my, go-to horror slasher back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I was more into like the Friday the 13th, like that. I was never into like Hellraiser, none of that shit. Candyman was cool. I like Tony Todd, which I have some gripes about that. I'll get into that very shortly. But I was never a huge fan. That's why I wish I would have watched the first Candyman before going into this, to kind of refresh my memory, because it's been so long since I've seen that movie. But this movie does kind of do a good job of introducing people that aren't familiar with the Candyman franchise by giving, the Tony Todd Candyman backstory and stuff like that, and just laying out the whole lore and whatnot. This is starring Yahya. He plays Anthony. He's like this artist, painter. His girlfriend Brianna is this art gallery. She owns this art gallery. So you can kind of see where this is going to go. He's kind of struggling to really make an impact because his work is starting to get stale. So he's looking for inspiration. But coming back to Chicago, coming back to this area where the whole legend of Candyman started, kind of re-sparked his, you could say, creativity and just his creative process, whatever. So like I said, I like certain aspects of this movie. I like the way it's shot. It's very unique. There are instances where some of the kills are very interesting, but I hate when rated R movies cut away from kills. Like the whole scene in the bathroom. You don't see any of that, really. You just see a couple bloody bodies and stuff like that, but you don't see none of the people getting killed like that. Besides the first one, you see a chick get her like throat slashed and stuff like that. I really like the one where it kind of pans away and you're seeing this chick getting like dragged against the glass and stuff like that. That was cool. But like I said, I think this is another case of style over substance, because the story really dragged, especially for it only being an hour and 30 minutes. I thought they could have done better with the pacing, because everything with the Candyman stuff was interesting, but you don't really get to see him really. Like, I'm talking about like Tony Todd, and that's where my issue comes with this. There were like rumors of Tony Todd being in this movie, and he technically is, but he's really not. It's really more about symbolism behind Candyman, what his whole story kind of stands for just that area. And there's a lot of talk of gentrification and like police brutality, crooked cops and stuff like that. And that's where I feel like this movie kind of gets lost in what it's trying to do, what it's trying to execute. It tries to be this horror movie, but at the same time try to shed light on injustice. And I don't think it's a good balance at all. There's times that it's very boring. There's times where I feel like things drag on too long. They focus on, Brianna's character, which I think her character was a little underdeveloped, and that's probably why it was kind of a weird ending overall, I was expecting a little bit more. Like I said, this movie's not scary. There are some moments where it makes you feel unsettled and makes you feel uncomfortable, but I feel like it really misses the mark. They should have had Tony Todd in this movie. That would have been a really dope moment if we had Anthony's character see Tony Todd's character as Candyman and them having kind of a conversation or something like that, because Anthony has a connection to the first movie. That baby that was taken, that was Anthony. So that's how they kind of tie that in. And I feel like they could have done a better job with that as well, that whole twist that, you know, Anthony finds out the truth about himself, and, you know, he has more of a connection to Candyman than he thinks. Anyway, that's just my short take on this movie. Go check it out for yourself. Let me know if you've seen it. I would be curious to see how y'all feel about this, especially anybody that's a Candyman fan. Does this live up to those other movies that came out in the past, or is this just complete trash? Because to me, I feel like this is very forgettable. There was a potential great horror movie in here, but I feel like it falls a little bit short. Maybe I'm reaching, but I don't know. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.